Welcome back. Today we'll be going to another lead code question. So this lead code question, similar to the previous one, is also very interesting. Uh, it's called contains duplicates. So I'll show the question first, and then I'll go ahead and solve it. So it says given integer array nums. So nums is an integer array. We have to return true if any value appears at least twice. So if there is any duplicate, if even there is one duplicate, we have to return true. And only if the array has zero duplicates, we can return false. Every element is distinct. You can check out one example 1, 2, 3, 1. Since 1 appears twice, it's true. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every element is distinct, so it's false. Right? Okay. So let's get into how to decode this. First, we'll go with a very simple brute force approach, which is we'll take this 1, 2, 3, 1 array. So, mm, mm, mm. So first we'll you loop over each element. So how it works? First we'll take one. We'll check for the next element two. It's not. Then one and three. It's not. Then one and one. So it's true, and we'll return it. Right. But what happens when you take one, two, three, four? Right. Let's check it. We take one, we check for two, it's not. We take one, we check for three, it's not. We take one, we check for four, it's not. We take two, we check for three. Sorry, we check for yeah, three, it's not. We take two, we check for four, it's not. We take three, we check for four, it's not. And for four, we don't have to check. So since we're looping twice, first we set an element and then we loop using j. And then this whole thing is again happening when I keeps increasing. So it will be O of n square, which is not preferable. In most cases, not preferable. So let's see what else we can do. We can do is we can sort it. We can sort it 1, 2, 3, 4 is already sorted. So we can sort it. We can use I and we can check it with the next element. So 1, 2 not similar, 2, 3 not similar, 3, 4 not similar. So it's false. What happens with 1, 2, 3, 1? We sort it first. For 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1 similar, we return true. It still takes O of log n time. Is there a better way to do this? Yes, there is. So since we'll be using Python, it will be done in like a couple of steps. But what exactly happens below the hood? Let me explain. So we'll be using something called a hash set. So in Python, this is what is working below the hood of a set. So what happens in a set? A set has like list multiple numbers or multiple characters or multiple elements, and all of those are unique, right? Right. Yes. Right. All of those are unique. So what happens when all of those are unique? So we take this list again. So one, two, three, one, and we iterate once. We iterate once, and we check in the hash set. So suppose this is our hash set. So first element is 1. If 1 is present in the hash set, we'll return true. But since hash set is empty, we'll place 1. Then we'll go to 2. If hash set has 2, we'll return true. But since it only has 1, we'll place 2. Then we go to 3, we place 3 here. Then when we go to 1, while we start checking the hash set, we already see there is already a 1 here. So we return true. Right. And we have reached the end of the array. So in case of false, how will it be? So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and here is our hash set. We start with 1, 1 is not here. We take 2, 2 is also not here. We check 3, 3 is also not here. We check 4, 4 is also not here. And we've reached the end of the array. And since we've reached the end of the array, we return false. Right? This is how it works. In Python, what we'll be doing is we'll be typecasting it into a set. So what happens when 1, 2, 3, 1 is typecasted into a set, it just becomes 1, 2, 3. So when we typecast it into a set, if it has, and suppose when we take 1, 2, 3, 4, and in set, it will become 1, 2, 3, 4. So since it has duplicates and set does not contain duplicates, so set is represented by single bracket, set does not contain duplicates, so this one will not be present here. So the length will be not equal. So what we can do is we take the list, we typecast it into a set, and then we check the length. Check the length. If both have same length, then that means there are no duplicates and we can return false. If they have not the same length, if then that means there are duplicates and we'll return true. So let's work it out in the code. It is a very simple code. It's just a one-liner. So it's an easy question. That's why it's a one-liner. So let's work it out in the code. Let's start with contains duplicates. Enter. We take it into a set. We typecast it. Set of nums. It is typecasted. And then we check if length of nums equal to length of s, then return false. Right? Every element is distinct, else return true. So this f will be capital false. Let's run it. That's a very easy question. It's like a 5-minute question. But obviously you had to know the brute force and how it's working beneath the hood. So we'll submit it. And we can see it has been submitted and it has been accepted, right? So this is how it works beneath the hood. And this will take O of n time complexity and O of n space complexity since we have generated a set here. And that's it. That's it for this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and keep giving on feedback on what kind of videos you want in the future.